Am I the a-hole for exposing my stepsister's secret double life and ruining her wedding? I never thought I'd be the one to blow up a wedding, let alone my stepsister's. But here I am, at 29, sitting in the aftermath of what can only be described as a nuclear family meltdown, wondering if I'm the a-hole for telling the truth. Let me set the stage. My dad remarried when I was 15 to Karen, a widow with a daughter, Melissa, who was 13 at the time. Melissa and I never really clicked. Oil and water, you know? She was all sunshine and pep rallies. I was more thunderstorms and poetry slams. But we managed a cordial relationship for the sake of our parents. As we grew older, the divide between us only widened. I pursued a career in investigative journalism, always digging for the truth, while Melissa became a pediatric nurse, the darling of our blended family. Everyone adored her, the sweet, selfless angel who dedicated her life to helping sick children. 4 years ago, Melissa met Ryan, a charming pediatrician at her hospital. It was a whirlwind romance, and soon they were the golden couple of our family. Last year, Ryan proposed in a fairy tale fashion. Rose petals, string quartet, the whole 9 yards. The wedding was set for this past weekend, a lavish affair that had been the talk of our family for months. Now, here's where things take a turn. 2 months ago, I was working on a story about an upscale escort service catering to wealthy businessmen in our city. As I delved deeper into my investigation, I stumbled upon something that made my blood run cold. A profile that was unmistakably Melissa. At first, I thought it must be a mistake, a cruel joke, or maybe a case of stolen identity. But as I dug deeper, the evidence became overwhelming. Photos, videos, client reviews, all pointing to the fact that my angelic stepsister was living a double life as a high-end escort. I was shocked, to say the least. The Melissa I knew volunteered at animal shelters and baked cookies for bake sales. This other Melissa, who called herself Sapphire, was a seductive temptress who charged thousands for her companionship. I agonized over what to do with this information. Should I confront Melissa? Tell our parents? Pretend I never saw it? The weight of the secret was crushing me. After days of internal debate, I decided to talk to Melissa privately. I invited her out for coffee, my stomach in knots. When I finally broached the subject, showing her the evidence on my laptop, I expected shock, denial, maybe tears. What I got instead was cold fury. Melissa's sweet facade crumbled, revealing a stranger I'd never seen before. She hissed at me to mind my own business, threatening to destroy my career if I breathed a word of this to anyone. She spun a tale of financial desperation, of needing to pay off massive student loans and help her mom with medical bills. She swore she'd stopped escorting when she met Ryan, that it was all in the past. I wanted to believe her, to forget what I'd seen. But something didn't add up. The dates on some of the reviews were recent, well into her relationship with Ryan. When I pointed this out, Melissa's eyes turned to ice. "You've always been jealous of me," she spat. "You'd love nothing more than to ruin my happiness." She stormed out, leaving me reeling. Over the next few weeks, Melissa turned our family against me. She told them I was trying to sabotage her wedding out of jealousy, that I was making up vicious lies. Our parents were disappointed in me. Ryan looked at me with disgust, and I was uninvited from the wedding. I was painted as the villain, the bitter stepsister trying to ruin a beautiful love story. But I knew the truth, and it ate at me. Ryan, our family, everyone deserved to know who they were really dealing with. The day of the wedding arrived. I knew I was not welcome, but I couldn't stay away. As I watched Melissa glide down the aisle, the picture of innocence in white, something in me snapped. I stood up, my heart pounding. "I object," I heard myself say, my voice surprisingly steady. The church fell silent, all eyes on me. Melissa's face contorted with rage, while confusion spread across Ryan's features. What followed was chaos. I spilled everything. The escort profile, the recent dates, the threats. I had printouts, which I'd brought as a last resort, and they were passed around the stunned congregation. Melissa screamed that I was lying, but her protests sounded hollow as Ryan stared at the evidence, his face ashen. Our parents looked shell-shocked, unable to process what was happening. Security escorted me out, but the damage was done. The wedding, needless to say, did not proceed. In the days that followed, our family imploded. Ryan called off the engagement, devastated by the betrayal. Our parents are torn, wanting to support Melissa but horrified by her deception. Half the family thinks I am a hero for exposing the truth, while the other half considers me a monster for ruining Melissa's big day. Melissa, for her part, has disappeared. No one's heard from her since she fled the church in tears. Part of me worries about her, while another part feels she's finally facing the consequences of her actions. So here I am, the woman who brought down a wedding and tore apart a family with a single objection. I set out to uncover the truth, but at what cost? Am I the a-hole for exposing my stepsister's secret double life and ruining her wedding? Should I have kept quiet and let her marry Ryan under false pretenses? Or did I do the right thing by bringing the truth to light no matter how painful? I'm a journalist, dedicated to uncovering the truth. But now I'm questioning everything. In the pursuit of truth, have I become the very thing I despise? A destroyer of lives? Judge me, Internet. I'm already judging myself.